What's up, y'all? I'm Brendan. I'm a full stack developer based in Brooklyn, New York, and today I'm going to be walking you through the trivia card project. It's the second project here in the Introduction to JQuery course on Code Academy. Let's dive into it. All right, so what are we going to be talking about today? Well, we're going to be talking about event handlers. You're going to be sick and tired of me talking about event handlers by the end of this project. We're also going to be touching on jQuery effects, and just know that jQuery effects are a part of the jQuery library, and they deal entirely with animations. Okay, so let's do it. What are we going to be building today? We are going to be building this trivia card. So when you click on this show hide hint here, things start to move around the page. When you click it, kind of goes back, and notice it's nice and smooth. It's not like a quick, it's like a nice smooth, like, the capital is not the largest city. Notice when you click on this, it fades away, and you also get a sad face down here. Same thing, wrong answer, wrong answer. When you finally click the right answer, every one of those other boxes disappears. What's left is the answer, Albany, and the frowny face turns into a smiley face. So let us begin. In this project, you will follow step-by-step instructions to add jQuery effects to the trivia card on the right. We want the user to be able to read the clue, view an option hint, and select their answer. You will add a few different effects. A hint box will slide up and down. When you click an incorrect answer, it will fade away and a frowny face will appear. When you click the correct answer, the frowny face will disappear and a smiley face will take its place. To complete this project, you must know how to target HTML elements in jQuery, how to create event handlers, and how to use several jQuery effects methods. You can preview the starting state of the trivia card on the right. All right, so step one. Let's start with the hint box. Select the hint box by its class, hint box, and create an event handler for it on click. Because we are selecting the element by its class, remember to use dot when selecting it. Leave the callback function empty for now. Okay, so I am going to delete all of this code, pretend like you didn't see it. Alrighty. So using jQuery, we are going to grab the class, and that's why we use this dot here. We're grabbing the element with a class of hintbox, and we're going to add an event handler to it, aka use on, and the instructions say just leave it blank for now, that callback function in here. So we're done with step one. Now before we move to step two, just remember that event handlers basically say, grab this element and listen for this particular event to happen. Maybe it's a mouse click, maybe it's a mouse hover, maybe it's a mouse leave. Whatever the event type is, know that this event handler that we're construction takes in another argument, that callback function, which fires when that event listener has been triggered. Okay? So step two. When the hint box is clicked on, we want the HTML element containing the hint to slide into view. Inside the event handler's callback function, select the element with the class hint. Call the slide toggle method on it. You can choose a parameter to determine how quickly it slides. We recommend something between 300 and 1000. Save your code and click on the link box to test it. All right, so let me just refresh this and make sure nothing. Oh, it's still working. Weird. All right, let me save this actually. That should make this stop working. Perfect. All right, so on what? On click, a function, this function. And within that function, what are we going to say? We're going to say element with a class of hint, aka that dot, and slide, geez Louise, slide toggle. Now remember, we can pass slide toggle and many other of the jQuery effect methods optional arguments here. I'm going to pass it an argument of 800, and 800 stands for 800 milliseconds. or 0.8 of a second. So what this means is when hintbox is clicked, it's going to call the slide toggle method on the element with a class of hint, and the animation is going to take a total of 800 milliseconds. So save that. And slide toggle, remember, instead of having to add a dot slide up or a dot slide down method, we just use the slide toggle method, and that's smart enough to know, well, if it's already slid up, then slide down, and if it's already slid down, then slide up. So let's save that. Let's see if it works. Sweet. Now notice, so it has slid down. Now what happens when we click it again? When we click slide toggle again and it just slid down, well, it's going to slide up. All right. Step 2 is done. Step 3. Next, let's work on animating the wrong answers. When the user clicks on a wrong answer, we want the text of the wrong answer to fade out. There are 3 wrong answers, so we will want to create 3 different on-click event handlers. Each wrong answer has a different class. They are wrong answer 1, wrong answer 2, and wrong answer 3. Leave all 3 callback functions empty for now. I'm going to pause the video now just for time's sake, and when I'll be back, all of these event handlers will have been added magically. Ready? See ya. And voila, here we are. So we have added an event an event handler for the element with a class of class, remember, dot, of wrong answer 1, wrong answer 2, and wrong answer 3. So remember, what is this saying? It says grab the element with the class of wrong answer 1 and make sure you're listening for a click. When that happens, fire off this function. Okay, step 4. Inside each event handler, target the corresponding wrong answer text by its class. Classes are wrong text 1, wrong text 2, and wrong text 3. Call the fade out method on the correct text in each event handler. Again, you can choose a parameter to determine how quickly it will disappear. You can experiment with slow, fast, or any number you choose. Save your code and try clicking on all 3. All right, so I'm going to pause the video for now. When I come back, you're going to be seeing that I am going to be calling fade out on wrong text 1, wrong text 2, wrong text 3. And actually, I'm going to use different numbers for that optional argument that we're going to be passing to fade out for each one, just to show you that, if we pass it the string of slow, when we click on that corresponding element, it's going to fade out slow, whereas if I have one that's fade out fast, then obviously it's going to be fading out fast. All right, so I'll be right back. Voila. All right, so I know this is the wrong answer. This has got to be wrong answer 1, so it should fade out slow. Okay, wrong answer 2. I'm guessing it's buffalo here. So let's see what happens when I click it. It should fade out fast because look, wrong answer 2. On click, on this box, click, make sure that you fade out the text. Wrong text 2, fast. Phew, there it goes. Now, wrong answer 3. I've added an event handler that waits for a click, and when clicked, calls fade out on the wrong text 3 element. And notice I'm not passing it any argument. Well, that's because this function or this method already has a default argument of 400 milliseconds. So this should actually fade out a little faster than slow, but not as fast as this fade out fast. Okay. So step 4 is done. Step 5, when someone guesses the wrong answer, we also want a frowny face to appear at the bottom of the screen. Inside each wrong answer event handler, and after each call to the fade out method, target the image with the class frown and make it show itself. Okay. So within this event handler, when someone clicks the wrong answer 1 kind of box, we not only want to fade out the text, we also want to show that frowny face. So it has a class of frown, so hence this dot. And what do we want to do? Show. We'll do this for each one. Copy that. Paste it here. here, save, and then refresh. And hopefully this will work. There we go. And because it's already showing, it's going to stay there. All right, step 5 done. Step 6, great work. Thank you. The last part of the quiz that we need to code is dynamic behavior for when a user gets the answer correct. When this happens, we want to hide the frowny face image and show the smiley face image. The first step in doing this is to create an event handler for when the correct answer is clicked, and the correct answer has a class of correct answer. Okay, so let's add another event handler here. Class, we're accessing the element with the correct answer, and we're saying, let's add an event listener, an event handler, and we're waiting for a click event to happen. And we're eventually going to call a function. We're going to eventually do something. What are we going to do? Well, we're going to find out in step 7. Save that. Okay, after setting up the event handler, the first goal is to get the frowny face to disappear. Inside the empty callback function, select the frowny face by its class and call the hide method on it. So it has a class of frown. So let's hide it. If it's shown, let's hide it. Right. Step 7, done. Step 8, after hiding the frowny face, make the smiley face appear by using the .show method. The smiley face's class is smiley. Smiley, show your face. Save. Step 8 is done, and let's test it. Albany is the correct answer. Boom. Let me refresh, and let's make sure that this sad face is showing. Now, when we click it, this should disappear, and what should we see? The smiley face. Nice. Okay, step 9. Finally, when the user clicks on the correct answer, the wrong answer should fade away. You've already written some code that does this. Find the code that makes the wrong answers fade away and use it inside the correct answers event handler. Makes the wrong answers fade away. So it doesn't want the text to fade away. It wants the whole answer, aka this box, to fade away. So I'm going to recycle this code 3 times, and we don't want wrong text 1 and wrong text. What do we want? We want the wrong answer, aka the whole box. Wrong answer 1. Wrong answer 2. Wrong answer 3. Fade away. Save it. Awesome. Step 9 done. Step 10. Great work. Your trivia card is completely animated. Take some time to play around with your website. Think about what other features you might want to add to it. Try some of the following stretch goals. Add a button to reset the quiz and make the wrong answers reappear. Make a new question to appear after getting a question correct. Use arrays to set up a quiz with multiple questions. These are all some of the great extensions to this project that we'd love to see you try. And I am not going to help you with this part. This is your turn. You're in the driver's seat now. We have built a solid foundation, and I think you can at least give, these first 2 a try. I think the third one's definitely super hard. But give the first one a try. It's not so bad. Okay? Alrighty, folks, so that's it for today. We have really talked about event handlers, what they do, what they listen for, the fact that they have callback functions that are then called when that listener was triggered. We have also touched on a bunch of jQuery effects. And remember, jQuery effects are just a part of the jQuery library. Most of them take these kind of optional arguments, whether it's a string of slow or fast, or a number representing how many milliseconds it's going to take for that animation to complete. So that's it. I hope with these skills, now you can add a little more animation to your own sites, and I will see you in the next walkthrough. Bye.